Hello, my name's Helen. I am going to go through a yoga flow, hopefully, and I'm hoping that she stays here in the background. I'm dog sitting today. So all you need equipment-wise is just a yoga mat if you have one, and maybe some layers to keep yourself warm for the start and the finish, and that you can take on or add off. Take off or add on. Did it. Also, just remember to do everything at your own pace, your own rhythm. So if you can't quite match me, that's totally fine. Do what you can. And when it comes to different shapes, we all look different. So work with where your body is rather than where your body wants to be. We're actually going to start lying on the floor on our bellies. So come lie on your stomach. Oh no. Oh, down dog. Okay. Okay, you lie down on your belly. I'm just going to have a pet with the dog. And just maybe make a bed for your head with your hands. And you can have your head maybe facing one way or the other way, or the head facing down. It's entirely up to you. And just start by breathing. So you're breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. And if you find you've had like a bit of a stressful day, stressful time, you might need to take a few breaths in through your nose and maybe out through your mouth. So like audibly sighing your breath out, like and you can do that as many times as you like, breathing in through your nose. And then maybe exhaling through your mouth. And just scan your body from your head down to your toes. And just notice how you're feeling. Notice anywhere that it might be holding onto muscle tension. Notice anywhere that you might feel relaxed, might feel tight. And just even notice how your mind is. Is it really busy? Is it really active? Is it thinking about loads of different things? Or maybe is it a bit more still? Not trying to change any of it really. Just noticing. But have peace in knowing that you've set yourself this time. So anything that might be on your kind of mental to-do list can wait. You know it can wait because that's why you press play. So just take some breaths. And know that it's okay to pause. It's okay to have breaks. And then taking a breath, and all I want you to do is just move your right knee to the side. Pull it up as high as you feel you can, that's comfortable. Feel the stretch in your inner thigh, the inside hip, but it should be a really gentle stretch, just a nice pulling sensation, not that it feels like you're improving your flexibility, not that you feel any pain. So if you are, just move around and adjust as you need. And take a few breaths here. your leg back through the middle. Just have a little pause. Start to turn your head the other way if you were looking one way. And then this time pull the left knee up, drawing it up towards your body, and just breathe and stay. And then gently reset through the middle again. Taking a long, full in-breath. And when you're ready, push yourself up into all fours. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Try to find a neutral spine, so not arched or rounded. And then just lift your right leg up, flex your foot, squeeze the muscle in your bum. Now your back's going to want to arch and your hips going to want to open. So your challenge is to keep resisting that happening, even if that means the knee being a little bit lower. Now bring the knee back down and now take that same right knee out to the side. Pause and hold. Then your hip's going to try and twist all the way open into your left side, but try and get weight in the right hand as well. Land the knee. Let's switch sides. Left leg lifts. Squeeze the muscle of the bum. So we're trying to feel that tension in the muscle in the kind of back of the bum to lift the leg. Working your abs, your shoulders to support yourself. Knees come together and then opening out to the side and keep making those little micro adjustments. Land the knees, spread the fingers low, tuck your toes under and lift your hips to downward facing dog. And then just tuck your chin so your neck relaxes and paddle out your feet. So push one heel towards the floor, switching to the other. Keeping it alternating, feel the stretch on the backs of your legs. And then finding stillness, lift your right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Again, squeeze the muscles of the bum. Now, if this gets too much, then you're just going to come back to all fours instead. Thinking squared, hip squared to the floor, squeezing the glute muscle to keep the leg lifted and really long. Push the heel away, flex the foot. Land the foot down. Switch legs, left leg lifts. Hips stay square to floor, breathe. How strong and long is your left lifted leg? Push away. Perfect. Land the leg down. Roll forward to plank position. Shoulders come over wrists. You've got the option to stay here on your toes and then lift your right leg. If that's too much, drop your left knee down and go again from there and just breathe again. So it's the same thing as before. We're trying to correct the back wanting to arch or the hip to roll open. Hold, breathe. Still using our back muscles to lift and lengthen the leg. And land the foot down, just take a little downward dog. And we're going to roll forward again to plank. Knees or toes, left leg lifts this time. Pause and hold. And it doesn't need to be that it's a massive lift. Maybe it's just a little lift. But enough that you feel your body, your core having to work a bit harder. Glutes having to fire up. Perfect. Land the foot down. Drop your knees to the floor if they're not already. Then slowly lower your body down to the ground. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest away from the floor. And now try and lift your thighs away from the floor. So squeeze the back of your body. You're just going to kick the legs up and down for a few breaths. So kicking up and down and up and down and up and down. Try not to be that the knees are down, but the thighs are lifting. Take a few breaths, breathing in and out. 2 more breaths. One more, take your time. Perfect. Land the legs, still the legs, and push your hips back to a child's pose. You can have knees apart or knees together. You can have your hands out in front or your hands by your side. And if you struggle with your knees, you can, of course, have your hips a bit further forwards. Breathe and hold. Spread your fingers, tuck your toes under, lift hips to downward facing dog. Knees bent as much as you need. Remember to tuck your chin, then lift your heels, bend your knees, and step your feet in between your hands. Take as many steps as you need to get there. And then just fold your body forward. Now that can be feet touching or feet hip distance, but just relax your upper body against your thighs. Nod your head a few times, shake your head. And roll up to mountain pose. So roll your up to standing and then palms turn forward. Slight tuck of tailbone, slight tuck of chin. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. You're going to hopefully feel and hear that slight restriction down the back of your throat. One more breath like that without movement. So inhale and really notice the breath. It's looking to create some warmth in the body, helps with strength and relaxation. And now circle your arms out, press your palms over your head. Bend your knees and fold your body forward. Tuck the chin to the chest. Flat back, extend. You can even lift up on fingers, hands on the shins, or hands on the thigh, looking for a long spine. And then bend your knees and fold. Step right foot way back to low lunge. Drop right knee to floor and release foot. And then reach your arms up high. Squeeze your butt and tuck your pelvis under, even if that means you need to shift your hips back a little bit. Bring your hands down to floor, either side of left foot. Tuck right toe, lift right knee, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step your right foot in between your hands. And if you struggle to get it there, just put your left knee down, pick it up and physically help it there. So you get the knee over the ankle. And then everyone left knee to floor, release foot. Reach up, breathing in. Breathing out, tucking your pelvis under, feel the hip flexor stretch. Inhale, hands come to the floor either side of the foot. Exhale, tuck the toe, lift the knee and press back to downward dog. Breathe in, move forward to plank. Glasses. Breathe out, knees to floor, lower yourself down. Trying not to land hips, belly, then chest. Landing is one unit. Then squeeze your butt in baby cobra, so lifting the chest using the strength of your back body without using your hands. Pressing back to downward facing dog. Pause here. Have a little paddle out of the feet. And then finding stillness, lift both heels, bend both knees, and step your feet between the hands. Again, take as many steps as you need. And then bend your knees as deep as you need to. You'll fold forward over your thighs. Roll up, extend a mountain, breathe in. Breathe out, bend your knees and fold forwards. Tuck in your chin. Inhale, flat back, extend. Choose your hand position, that means you get a long spine, and breathe out and fold. Inhale, step right foot way back to low lunge. Drop the hips, lift the chest. Now drop the right heel down to the floor and windmill your arms up so that you're in warrior two. Looking to stack shoulders over hips. And we just stay here for a moment. Check your left knee is bent, knee over ankle. Right leg is as straight and strong as you can get it. You're pushing into the edge of your right foot, lifting the inner arch. Your hips will want to be a little bit wonky. You're trying to get them level. If that's a struggle, either step your feet in closer or choose the position of your right leg that helps you leveling and opening the hips. Just take a few breaths, breathe. Each time you exhale, think about maybe sitting a little bit deeper into your legs. And then inhale, stretch your leg and press your palms over your head. Exhale, press down again. Inhale this time, reach forward over your left knee. Exhale, land arm to thigh and reach your arm overhead. If you want more, reach lower down your leg. Now shift all your weight into your left leg. Steady your eye gaze to the floor and lift your right leg up, floating half moon. It can stay close to the floor, so you can tap down anytime you need for balance, or you can lift it off and tip further. Now really squeeze your right leg in. Pull the toes back. Try and open the hips, squeeze the side of the bum. Land your right foot way back. Back to warrior two, and then reverse warrior. Land right hand to right thigh and C shape your spine. Perfect, warrior two. Switching sides, straighten the left leg. Just turn your toes so you're facing the other way. Bend right knee over right ankle. Square and open your hips. Trying to level them off and point them forwards. Open your chest by squeezing your shoulder blades. Open your hips by squeezing the side butt muscles and pushing into the edge of both of your feet. Take a few more breaths. And breathe each time you exhale, think of maybe grounding deeper if you can. Breathe in, straighten leg, press palms overhead. Breathe out, press down again. Inhale, reach out and lean over your thigh. Exhale, land arm to thigh or reach lower down the leg and stretch over your head. Open your chest as you breathe in. As you breathe out, see how deep you can get your hips. Then breathe in, shift your weight into the right leg. Steady your eyes, find your balance. And then breathe out and balance, floating half moon. Steady your eyes down. Inhale, think of lengthening through your left leg a little bit more. Exhale, maybe opening the chest further. Do it again, breathing in and out. Next time you breathe in, land the left foot way back. Back to warrior two. And then C shape the spine, reverse warrior. Keeping right knee over right ankle. Oh my god, that's so cute. And then I don't know what to do now. She's just there. You're adorable. Hi, sweet pea. Hello. Hello. It's going to come down, straighten both your legs. Take your feet wide and kind of slightly turn the toes inwards. Bend your knees and fold your body over your thighs. Folding forwards. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings, the bubby beneath your legs. Oh, there's your rubby belly. Get a nice rubby belly. Yes. So good. And then walk your hands over towards your left leg. Turn and twist towards your thigh. Bending rightly as much as you need. And then walk your hands over to your right leg. Turn and twist in towards your thigh. Can you go back to settling on the sofa? Because that was so good. Oh, you with the belly again, do you? With the belly. And then bend your left knee, turn the toes, come back to a runner's lunge on the left leg. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift your hips. Roll forward plank position. Knees to floor or not, and lower yourself down towards the ground. Find your back extension, baby cobra, squeezing the butt. And then back to downward dog. Downward dog, sweet puppet. We're just here. Then lift your right leg to three-legged dog. Bring right knee forward towards right wrist. And then sitting up a pigeon pose, slide the left leg back. Now this pose, the further your right knee is out to the, oh, that was in my mouth, out to the side, and the more the left leg is over to the left side of the mat, the more intense. My necklace. And then the less intense is the closer the heel is towards your hip. We're going to stay upright though. So stay upright. I want you to try and push off through the floor and then push your leg down as hard as you can so you feel the side glute involve, engage. And then just land the hands, notice it. And then maybe you can tip forward a little bit more. And then you're going to do that again. So you're going to breathe in, lift up and hold. Push, 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 push. And breathe out, land your hands. And maybe you can tip forward and then straight. And then you're going to keep repeating that as many times as you can. Breathing in, lifting the hands off. Supporting yourself with your strength. And breathing out, relaxing in. And then keep breathing in to push. Breathing out. As soon as you reach your end limit, you're just going to stay wherever that is. And if that's upright here, perfect. If it's lying down, perfect. And if it feels uncomfortable on your knee, bring your hip down. And then just play with the position of your right leg so it changes the angle. So it makes it a little bit more comfortable. What you do? Can you see your face? Oh my God, you're so cute. You're like a flying dog. You're a flying dog. And just take a few breaths here. Starting to now really exaggerate your out breaths. So when we slow down our out breath, it helps to encourage relaxation, and we're trying to now relax into this posture. Take one or two more breaths, and then when you're ready, tuck the left toe, lift the knee, come back to downward facing dog. Have a little pedal out of the feet. I might be able to probably show you this time. And then when you're ready, left leg lift, flex foot, three-legged dog. Pigeon pose on the left, bring the left knee forward towards left wrist, land the shin, foot down, slide the right leg back. Play with the position for your left leg further out and more closer in. Maybe you need to bring the hip down, bend the leg and just adjust a little bit. But wherever you are, breathe in, actually push down, push yourself away, even push through the right foot, push through the left thigh. And then breathe out, land your hands. And you might need to stay upright, you might be able to walk the hands further forward and tip. Repeating, inhaling, contracting, pressing down as hard as you can. Exhaling, landing, softening, and maybe coming further forwards. Repeat as many times as you can. So it's good to be flexible, but we want to be strong in our end range. And that's what we're doing here. So finding out where we still have some strength. So if it gets to the point where you don't, remember that's the point that you're just going to pull back a little bit and then breathe and stay. And once you've reached your end range, just stay there and hold. Aim on this part is to be. What have you got in your mouth? Comfortable. I wish I had my phone to take a picture. She's right next to me. It's so sweet. Just taking one or two more breaths, and when you feel ready, shuffle into the hands. Just take the left leg back and lower yourself down to the ground. Take your knees apart and just going to drop your knees from side to side. And then we're going to finish with Shavasana, so it's relaxation. And if you're comfortable just lying on your belly again, you can stay here. If you prefer to roll over onto your side or onto your back, then please do. If you want to put on any of your extra layers for warmth, again, please do. The idea of Shavasana is to help us have a moment in our day for some quiet and stillness. Just let your breath do whatever it naturally does. And maybe start to scan your body again, head down to toes. And again, just taking a moment to reflect on how it feels in your mind. Is it any stiller, any calmer? And again, there's nothing that we need to force. Just be aware of. And just take 5 more breaths as slowly and quietly as you can. Next time you breathe in, if you feel ready to move, start by wiggling your fingers and toes. And then take a full body stretch. So if you're in your front, just stretch your arms and legs. If you're in your back, just stretch your arms and legs out long. And then if you're lying on your back, hug your knees in towards you. Give your knees a squeeze. If you're on your belly, just push back into a child's pose. Release your back. And whenever you feel ready, come back up to sitting. When you're there, just take one more pause for one more breath. And then open your eyes if you haven't already. Thank you.